In this video, we will examine WeBWorK's options for a palette tool for entering math expressions. From your WeBWorK course, at the bottom of the left navigation panel, there is a course configuration option. When you visit the course configuration menu, there are many tabs running across the top. We'll visit the PG problem display / answer checking tab. MathView is the default math equation editor for WeBWorK. You can toggle MathView on or off in the course configuration menu. Assuming MathView is on, let's go examine what it looks like. I'll visit a homework set, visit a problem, and here we see a problem. If we have determined the answer, we could just type the answer, but the MathView palette tool is accessible through the 3x3 grid that appears to the right of any answer blank. MathView offers several menus for entering math expressions. The arithmetic menu will do basic division, addition, etc. Common mathematical functions, symbols such as infinity and pi, set notation like using a capital U for union, comparison symbols that you can't directly access from a keyboard, such as the less than or equal to sign, trigonometry functions for convenience, inverse trigonometry functions, and a matrix tool which can be expanded for linear algebra courses. The way that it works, as you click something from one of these buttons, and some text will be inserted automatically into the answer blank. And then in real time you'll see the result over in this area, in this darker gray area over here. So let's say that I wanted to enter the fraction 2/3. I can just type 2/3 and I'll see it pretty printed over here. I can also use the fraction tool and I'm presented with the template for where I can enter the numerator and denominator. In the common functions section, we might wish to enter a square root. Pushing that button fills out SQRT with parentheses awaiting their input, and I see it pretty printed over here. Let's try something else. If I want to enter the open interval from -infinity to infinity, I can begin typing, and once I type INF or the full word infinity, I see the infinity symbol in the pretty print preview. This can confirm ahead of time that what I've typed is what the student is expecting. We can click in the gray area at the top and drag the equation editor around if it's in the way. At any point we can close the equation editor and leave the text in the text box. We can erase all of that and type something else, and then open the equation editor again, and we'll see what we've typed. So that is the MathView equation editor. By fall of 2018, we expect that there will be another option for an equation editor that you can use. I'm going to demonstrate it now, even though it's not accessible yet from the PCC WeBWorK server. At this other server, to demonstrate it, the way that you will activate this new palette tool, which is called Wirus, is again to go to the course configuration menu, again to visit PG problem display / answer checking, and the Wirus editor will appear as an option. We can see in this other WeBWorK server that MathView has been turned off, but the Wirus editor has been turned on. Let's see what Wirus looks like. I'll go to a homework set, go to a particular problem, where I could type my answer and submit it as normal. With Wirus, this radical icon is how you access the tool. A pop-up window will appear with familiar box-over-box style palette tools. For example, if I wish to enter a fraction, I can click the box over box. I can enter a 2, I can enter a 3, and if I'm ready to submit my result, I can click OK, and what we'll see is actually a pretty printed fraction in place there. I can click to check answers. WeBWorK interpreted what was submitted as 2/3, but it of course is incorrect for this question. Now Wirus is actually much more powerful. I'd like to draw your attention to the handwriting mode over on the right. Click to access this mode, clear away what I had before. I can enter pretty complicated expressions like 1 to infinity. And Wirus understands that. If I click OK, it submitted that as an answer. Of course, it's very wrong for this question, but I'll click check. WeBWorK has understood that I've entered an interval answer. So again, the Wirus editor is experimental. I expect that it will be in operation by fall of 2018. Please visit your own WeBWorK sources course configuration menu in the PG problem display answer checking tab to see if Wirus is an option for you. Now back to the PCC WeBWorK server. An individual user may wish to disable the Math Palette tool if they find it just distracting. To do that, an individual can visit user settings and use equation editor as an option. The user can set that to no, click to change user settings, and then for that user, when they visit problems, there will be no equation editor option. That concludes this video on WeBWorK's current Math Palette tool options.